Sitaram devotees, please join me in prayer before I commence my katha. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastobhyam Varde Kamarupini Vidyaramam Karishami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Today, my katha is from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, verse 1. Dharma chetre kuru chetre samavita yugasapara mama ka pandava chaisava kima kuru vata sanjaya. This verse, Dhritarashtra asks Sanjaya what his sons and the son of Pandu was doing on the battlefield. Imagine he knew the cause of this war, but still he is asking what his son and the son of his brother Pandu was doing on the battlefield. What else were they doing? They were preparing to fight a war. Why? Because the blind king, he restrained his brother, sons, who was the rightful owner for Hastinapura, the kingdom of. So they were all prepared to fight this war. And before the war started, Lord Krishna asked, Arjuna asked Lord Krishna so he could see who is fighting against. That is his cousins, uncle, grandfather, etc. In a nutshell, this fourth chapter teaches us three key lessons of life. One, mindset, chosen one, and a role of someone who is in high status. That is, in a nutshell, Duryodhana was on a mindset to go and fight against his cousin. Man is not by nature deserving of all he wants. When we think of that, we are automatically entitled to something. This is when we start walking all over others to get it. Example, I saw Sandy have a new phone, a very nice phone, buy one. So how are you going to get it? I got to walk over Uncle Bobby to get it. Is that good? No. So that is a mindset. Whenever we think of Duryodhana, he come across as an envious and a jealous person. Because why? He threw out his own cousin from the palace, which they were rightfully owned and he didn't want anything to do with them, not even them to come close to the palace. But have you ever wondered that there is a bit of Diridan in all of us? You know that, right? Because you yourself, think of it yourself. If you see something and I just say it in an example of Sanjay new phone. We all see things that we might want and we cannot get it. That is desire to get something at any cost is Doriadan. That is how the Lord expressed that in the Mahabharata war, that concept of Doriadan is something that we mindset. So that if we want something that someone else, we see someone else born by their own right, and we want it, how we must get it. Of course, the day we learn to make more about it, other that the mindset is fixed, as they might say. So that is about the mindset, that one part of chapter 1, verse 1, the mindset of Duryodhana in the Mahabharata war, in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, verse 1. The second part is Arjuna, the chosen one. Why was Arjuna chosen for Gita wisdom? Some suggest that he might be close to Krishna, or he was Lord Krishna devotee, and so on. Is that simple? No, Arjuna was not chosen. Arjuna made that choice to learn and involve into Lord Krishna. Yudhishthira was a very, very wise guy. He was born with a high molarity, and he knew the sense of right and wrong. Yudhishthira was one guy who never tell a lie in his whole life. And why Lord Krishna did not choose him to relate this knowledge which we are reading today, which was handed on to Arjuna. Why he didn't choose Yudhishthira or even Bhima. Bhima wasn't seeking any knowledge. You know what Bhima was seeking? Bhima wanted to eat the food. So that is the second lesson of the fourth chapter, verse 1. The third lesson we learn is when Arjuna asks Lord Krishna to be his charioteer. Imagine this. He is the Lord, and he's going to be a charioteer, which in those days was like a lower kind of work for someone. Imagine this for the Lord, to be a charioteer. But what did Lord Krishna do? He accepted. He never made call Arjuna and said, right, you know my status is premier. I cannot drive you. You supposed to drive me. No. But that is the nature of our Lord. He do his job, though Arjuna asked him to be the charioteer. He did it willfully. So many times as we raise through ranks, our egos start growing with us. And when our ego grow, we risk ending in insulted bubble, which, as Lord Krishna is our Lord, and then he is a charioteer. It's like an insult to him, but no, it's not an insult to him. For we, if someone come and asks us, example, I'm just using a reference, say, I'm our Monday president, and then they come and ask me to do something like low, and I said, no, that is not my status to do that, because I am president. No, but when you ask the president, if you ask which man to come and plead man, which man is here? That is a quality which we should all carry out, no matter what standard of life we are in. We should, if someone asks us for help, we should go out and help that person. That is the teaching Lord Krishna shows us in Bhagavad Gita. The conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita started actually in verse 20, when Arjuna asked Lord Krishna to take him into the position of the two armies, where he could see his uncle and all the other relatives in between, which they were actually going to start a war. So, because he was the rightful owner of, they were the rightful owner of Hastinapur, and Duryodhana make them come to fight this war, and they're gonna kill. So Arjuna asking Lord Krishna if it is rightful for us to kill our own cousin, our own grandfather, our own relatives. And Lord Krishna said, yeah, because it is the dharma, the karma for them. They must be slain, whether you fight or not. They will be slain. This is you could see a true devotee of Arjuna here to Lord Krishna, where he stepped below and asked him for his advice. Though he is the charioteer, he asked him, Lord Krishna, for his advice. Dr. Martin Luther King, a Nobel Prize speech. He said, nations have frequently won their independence in battle, but in spite of temporary victory, violence never brings a permanent peace. That is, we could see that day after day now. No matter Russia and Ukraine fight the war, it's never going to bring peace. You see, Israel and Palestine, it's never going to bring peace there. It solves no social problem. It may create new problems and complicated ones too. Violence is impartial because it is a descending spiritual ending of destruction for all. It is immoral because it seeks to humiliate and the opponent rather than win his understanding. It seeks to annihilate rather than comfort. Violence is immoral because it strives on hatred rather than love. So if Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra, the whole family, 100 Kauravas, had that love for the five brothers, the Pandavas, he would have never get a war to escalate into that situation. So this is how the first chapter ends with Arjuna puzzling the philosophical that question if the war is morally persistible or even obligatory. That means he was questioning if we should fight this war or not to fight this war. That's why he took Lord Krishna in between the two armies. He didn't really want to fight because he had love. And as I just said, even Martin Luther King says, with hatred and there is no love, you're going to destroy violence, hatred, that's going to destroy whatever you have. Whether you have the kingdom, your life, well, in the Mahabharata, it took all the lives of them. So, please everyone, do not put hatred in anything you do. Put it with love. Whatever you're doing, do it with love. And in this case, you will get reward from the Lord. Imagine the blind king. This is a typical example how we must raise our children. Dhritarashtra and his wife, well, his wife wasn't blind, but she blindfolded herself. It is an example to show that when you turn a blind eye on your children, they will eventually come up in something which you do not know. In terms of they might come out bad and be in situation which you would not like them to be. Example, the Mahabharata war where Duryodhana and all his brother ended up. So please, in that first chapter, parents, you should not turn a blind eye on your children. Keep them focused in front of you. Guide them the right way. If Dhritarashtra guided Duryodhana the correct way, this would not have happened. This brings me to the end of my katha today. If I should make any mistake, I know I did mispronounce some word. Please, I apologize for that. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this katha, we are all parents, we should take this lesson carefully. Just that force, chapter force 1, take it very seriously. It might look like just a few words in that katha, in that couple of words which written in the Bhagavad Gita, but it have a lot of weight behind it. Please consider that chapter. Thank you very much for listening. Before I end, I would like to sing a bhajan. Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Thank you very much.
प्रेम से श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय। Thank you very much.